News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Back here on the Yaffee program. If you miss any of the show live, the podcast up on the website, WVNN.com, or anywhere podcasts are available. Todd Stacy with Alabama Daily News will join me in just a few minutes. But right now, got those headlines. Once again, we have the Alabama Bullet Points.
Alabama Bullet Points. Today's headlines from around the Yellowhammer State.
Sponsored by Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Tell you a little bit more about them in a moment. Number 4 today, Senator Tommy Tuberville visits Alabama House Republican lawmakers at Speaker Ledbetter's invitation. Of course, this is because he probably will be Alabama's next governor. So Tuberville visited the Alabama House Republican caucus last week. This was at the invitation of Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter amid recent internal GOP turbulence, including a leaked audio clip from a closed-door meeting and a leadership change where Majority Leader Scott Stadhagen stepped down and was replaced by Representative Paul Lee. Now, the meeting provided caucus members FaceTime with Tuberville, widely regarded as the incoming governor following his 2026 campaign, with Ledbetter summarizing Tuberville's message as get ready to collaborate on Alabama's growing economy, creating jobs, and tackling challenging conservative reforms through teamwork and potential special sessions. So there you go. Number 3, and this is good news, at least according to me. Those on the left aren't happy about this, but more small-town police are signing ICE partnerships in the state of Alabama. So a growing number of small-town police departments in Alabama have signed 287G agreements with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to assist in identifying and processing removable immigrants, aligning with President Trump's deportation priorities. Now, as of this month, 14 local police departments, this includes Camp Hill, Demopolis, Southside, Margaret, Jackson Gap, many others. Now, nearly a third of these are in Baldwin County, joined these partnerships, which now total over 30 active agreements statewide. Though most historically involve sheriffs rather than municipal police are the ones doing this, unfortunately. But there you go. How about goes up even more than that? We should partner with ICE. Number 2 today, a House committee narrowly passes the library board removal bill. That's right, the Alabama House Committee on County and Municipal Government narrowly approved Senate Bill 26. They did this at the end of last week on a 7-5 vote, advancing legislation sponsored by Senator Chris Elliott that allows local appointing authorities such as city councils or mayors to remove volunteer library board members without cause via a 2/3 vote. Now, this marks Elliott's third attempt to pass the measure, which comes amid ongoing conservative pushes to curb access to materials with LGBTQ plus or sexually explicit content in libraries, including funding disputes like the state board withholding support from the Fairhope Library over child protection policy violations. Now, the bill faced bipartisan opposition amid public criticism, with opponents like Representative Sam Jones unsuccessfully proposing an amendment to require removals for cause with transparency. But that amendment didn't pass. And number 1 today, Alabama Senators Katie Britt and Tommy Tuberville, among other political leaders in the state, react to the Supreme Court tariff decision. So as you know, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a 6-3 ruling, striking down many of President Donald Trump's global tariffs, which were imposed under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Now, reactions from Alabama's congressional delegation and political candidates were mixed on partisan lines. So on the left side, Democratic Representative Terry Sewell praised it as affirming the tariff's illegality and vowed to push for balanced trade policies. But Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville expressed disappointment and insisted the fight to protect American jobs continues. Candidates in Alabama's District 1 congressional race, like Representative Jerry Carl or former Representative Jerry Carl, probably won again, opposed the decision and called for reinstating or codifying tariff powers. And I know Katie Britt as well said it was disappointing and says that Trump's tariff policy has been working. Now, I had mentioned last week, and we'll probably talk more about it because it looks like In fact, let me update that right now just to give you the latest on that since we have a couple of minutes here. According to the Wall Street Journal, it does say Trump boosts new global tariff to 15%. So the rate is up from the 10% level the president announced a day earlier. It's on a temporary order because they kind of see it as a bridge. And some of this will come up in the Sunday News Show's recap. It says here in a social media post on Saturday, the president said the new level up from 10% would take effect immediately. He said his decision to increase the tariff rate was the result of thorough, detailed, and complete review of the ridiculous, poorly written, and extraordinary anti-American Supreme Court ruling. I'm sorry. Look, I understand people disagree with the decision. I usually agree with Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, and I disagree with them, and I disagree with Trump on this. But the idea that because you disagree on this one on a tariff issue, a narrowly crafted ruling, that it's somehow anti-American? I mean, you read what Gorsuch wrote and what Roberts wrote. I mean, they're basing their decision on pretty strong constitutional grounds, I just have to say. And the fact is, there are other ways Trump can implement some of these tariffs. So this is just one area where I completely disagree with Trump. I agree with Trump's goal. I want more manufacturing in the United States. I want better trade deals. But the idea he can say trade deficits are a national emergency and use a law that was never used for tariffs to use tariffs, and the Supreme Court strikes it down based on the rule of law, and it's anti-American, they're a disgrace, or on foreign influence. Come on, guys. I know this is how Trump is, and it's not going to change anytime soon, and many of you like that about Trump, but I completely disagree with him on that there. But he's implemented new tariffs, this time 15%. So there you go. By the way, this report brought to you by Larry's Pistol and Pawn. If you're wanting to save some money when you buy your wife or your loved one some really nice jewelry, you know, maybe a lot of times you want to get married over the summer. A lot of people do. So maybe you want to get engaged now, but you need an engagement ring, and they can be pretty expensive. They're not getting any cheaper unless you go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn, and you can get them for a great price. They have so many different diamonds to choose from, so many different rings to choose from. They can resize it for you as well, so you get the right one, and they can do the setting and everything else, and it can look great. And did I mention you'll get it for a great price? You can also put jewelry on layaway, and they have financing options also for you at Larry's Pistol and Pawn in Madison off Greenbrier Exit 3 by the Big Rusty Water Tower. Go to another location in Huntsville up North Memorial Parkway. Go to the website pistolandpawn.com, pistolandpawn.com. Let them know Yaffee was the one who sent you. Back in a moment here on the Yaffee program.
It's the Yaffee program on WVNN.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Mic Drop, hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ridland.
What does it mean to be an American?
Be American is you love your country above all else.
I love this country. I was born here, raised here. I offered my life to serve this country.
And if you don't do your part to preserve what we have here and our culture, it's going to be gone. And we can't let that happen.
Yeah, that's Mic Drop.
Mic Drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Mic Drop.
You ready? Let's do it.
Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ridland. It's unfiltered.
You know, when you go to the sound of the gun, bam, you're gone.
It's weird. I mean, I've had so many near-death experiences.
It's raw.
I love this country. I offered my life to serve this nation and protect its people.
The question, you know, what's the meaning of life? And to me, it just boils down to one single word, which is purpose.
Mic Drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.